What's up, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. Today we're back with another Launchpad review. Today we're looking at Gamezone. As you all know, the whole crypto gaming scene is slowly starting to explode. Well, not even slowly anymore, but it is exploding. A lot of things are happening, so obviously we couldn't leave Gamezone out of it. As for Gamezone itself, the cool thing I think about it is that it's not just a launchpad and you don't only just participate in the IDOs, but there's a little bit more to it, right? So let's jump into it straight away. We'll have a closer look at what Gamezone has to offer. We'll have a closer look at the different tier systems, all the staking that you have to do, and of course the projects it has launched before. But first, here you can see what Gamezone itself actually offers. And the thing I really like about it is here, depending on your tier, Gamezone provides Gzone stakers with access to a huge range of potential opportunities, which might include, so the might is obviously depending on what tier you have, but you have access to initial NFT offerings. So we're familiar with the original IDOs. They do obviously IGOs, which is initial game offerings, and they do initial INOs, initial NFT offerings. So they launch different NFT projects, they launch different gaming projects that you participate in, which is kind of what we know from a launchpad, right? But they also give a couple of extra other perks or benefits if you are a Gamezone holder, or at least if you stake your tokens and participate in the launchpad. So you get early access to new Gamezone products, features, and services. You get access to a wide area of play to earn games if you're interested in playing things for the first time yourself as well. You get early access to new games, better versions, and expansions, which is again something that could be cool if you like doing the game yourself. But from an investor point of view, it kind of gives a little bit of insights on things happening. It probably can give you a little bit of insight of the potential from certain projects that are kind of in early stages still a little bit. Then you have the IGOs and randomly allocated gaming tokens and NFT airdrops. And this is pretty cool by just holding that token, participating in the IDOs, which is what we always do when doing launchpads. You can get rewarded with certain tokens of the project that they've launched. And with NFTs, we don't really know. Probably means that you have to be one of the bigger guys holding more amount of tokens. But still, if you look at the things that they explain here, you can see the chance of a free gaming NFT airdrop. So even the smaller guys, they have an opportunity to win these things. So let's get started at the top. You can buy it on Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and Gate.io. The price right now of GameZone is sitting at, let's refresh for a second. It is sitting at 36 cents, close to 37 cents right now. Of course, we all know that the market has gone down quite drastically over the last couple of days. Bitcoin had a big dip, so most launchpads did as well. Not all of them. I did a video on Velas a couple of days back, which is an awesome gaming launchpad as well. That one has actually gone up quite a lot over the last couple of days. That launchpad is performing very, very well. But here, GameZone is holding pretty stable, sitting at 37 cents right now. If we look at the whole all-time chart, we know that it's been above the dollar. It's came above the dollar a couple of times. Here, it went in November. It was above the dollar, and it went back up there here in December a couple of times. As you can see, most charts kind of look like this over the last couple of days. I guess it's dropped down a lot. What again does that mean for us? It means that we have a pretty good entry point in different launchpads if we would like to participate, right? So when we look at the website, there's quite a lot of different things that they talk about and that they explain. We're not going to go through every single part. We're only pinpointing the most important things that they mention. So unlocking the blockchain gaming industry, of course, everything that they talk about is gaming related, gaming industry related. Blockchain-based games are booming thanks to the advent of the wildly successful play-to-earn model and vastly improved accessibility in recent months. But the true benefits and utility of these games are largely monopolized by whales, venture capitals, and hedge funds, who snap up tokens and game assets at rocket bottom prices in early stage deals, making it difficult for regular users to start playing. Which is true, something that we find pretty often, right? A lot of these bigger whales, a lot of these venture capitals, they're able to buy in a very large amount of tokens at the start for a very cheap price, and they kind of control the price going forward because they either hold so many of the tokens, or because when the price goes up, they obviously dump their tokens to get their profit out of it, which means the price goes back down again. Gamezone Falcon punches the virtual walls that separate real gaming enthusiasts from popular new blockchain games to help users access the latest games early. Alright, so next gen support. Purely Ethereum based affair, blockchain powered games have now gone cross chain, and promising titles are being developed on many of the most prominent DApp capable blockchains. So it's not just Ethereum anymore, but they focus on different ones, right? The Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Polygon, Ethereum still, Avalanche, and Velas, which again is the other video that I made about Launchpad. Imagine a permanent season pass for blockchain games where you can early access to the latest and greatest games before anyone else. That's Gamezone. So they have a couple of levels. What I talk about, Gamezone level 2. Gamezone is on a mission to support the next generation of creators and innovators in the blockchain-based gaming. What you can do is also you can also create your own project if you want to, and Launchpad will help you launch it if that's something that you're interested in. A little bit down below here you can see you can apply for it if you want to. So that's cool if you're thinking about launching your own product, of course, and get help from people that are very, very experienced, where you, at least you know that all the foundations of your project are going to be set up properly. But that's not why we are here. The tier system, that is pretty important. That is why we're here. Level up your access. Gamezone uses a tier-based system to assign allocations and ensure everybody that has a chance to secure an early stake in the most sought-after blockchain-enabled games. Higher tier benefit for more allocations, obviously, include more and rarer NFTs and tokens for a favorable ratio of NFTs to tokens. Gzone, that's their token, right? Here you see Gamezone Gzone is woven into the heart of the Gamezone product ecosystem and is designed to act as both the gateway to many of the games partnered with Gamezone, as well as a qualifier to participate in initial gaming offerings and INOs. Cool, so there's 4 different levels. Let's get into it. There's 5,000, 20,000, 70,000, and 125,000. As you all know, I of course have my Excel sheet ready here already, so we can have a quick look at what the actual cost is. Alright, so current price is sitting at 36.9 cents, right? That is the current price of the tokens. And then what we have was 5,000. So these are the 4 different tier systems: 5,000 tokens, 20,000, 70,000, and 125. So 5,000, 20,000, 75. Was it 75? No, 125 and 70 was this one. Is that correct? Yeah, 70. So what we know is these are the amount of tokens that we need, and we want to know the exact price of investing right now with the current price of Gamezone. So first one is 1,845 times this, which is not too bad, right? The first one, 1,845 as an entry, is pretty low these days for as an entry level for the tier system with Launchpads, but the other ones are more interesting. So all right, cool. The second one, 7,000, close to 7,400. The second one, the third one, close to 26,000, and then $46,000. So it's not that much if we're honest, right? $46,000 for the highest level. I'm not gonna say put $46,000 in stake into a Launchpad, right? If you have money to do so, sure, why not? But it is a pretty high amount to lock up just to participate in one Launchpad for the Ido'S, right? But if you compare it to, for example, Seedify, that I've done a video before when the price was on the highest, and the price at that time was like $13. So the highest level, to get the highest level there, was $1.3 million that you need to invest. Price there dropped down now a little bit, like $7 something, I said 7.6, so it's $760,000 to get the highest level now. But that's a big difference between these, right? 1800, 7000, 25,000, 46,000 also is a pretty logical step ladder going up, right? Maybe you want to get started here first, get a feel for it, then you want to up your tier level. It does make sense to then put in $5,500 extra to go to the second level, and it kind of does make sense to then put in, what is it, 18,500 to go another level up. Again, if that is something that you kind of want to do, put a lot of money in one Launchpad. But what do you get from it, right? So let's look at what every different tier system gives you. So the starter pack is pool weight 5, so pool weight 510 to 4270. You get access to Play to Earn Gaming. You get access to IGOs by lottery. All right, cool. So this is all lottery. As for me, this wouldn't be an option. I don't like doing lotteries. Why not? Probably you get different lottery tickets, different amounts. By taking 5,000, you get 6 lottery tickets, so you get a higher chance of participating than obviously somebody with 1 ticket. But what if there's one project that you really, really like, that you really want to participate in, and because it is a lottery, you miss out on it and you can't? As for me, it kind of feels like that's not worth it. I would rather just put in more money and make sure that I have a guaranteed allocation. Plus, usually it's the case that your allocation is higher as well, which is, well, it's 100% certain that your allocation is higher here than it is here because you're staking more amount. So with just 5,500, what we just calculated, $5,500 extra, you get a guaranteed allocation and higher allocation. But cool, what else do you get? Early access to new games, better versions and expansions, and a chance of free gaming NFT airdrops. Then this would really be, as for me, this would be the first option. 20,000 tokens, you get a pool weight of 10, so double the amount of pool weight that you get here. Access to Play to Earn Gaming, early access to new games, better versions and expansions, increased chance of free gaming NFT airdrops, chance of free gaming token airdrops. So the token airdrops only come from here, not from here. Access to gaming NFT offerings. So here you can participate in the INOs as well. Access to IGOs with standard allocation. So that's a guaranteed allocation, just simple. Access to IGO first come, first serve. So that's probably, they do the normal, they open up the round for the game that they're launching. They do everybody is able to put their money in. If it's the case that there's something left over, if they didn't fully fill up the amount that they're raising, they open up the first come, first serve round for everybody. You can just put in as much as you probably can at that time, as fast as possible before it fills up. All right, cool. Next one, pool weight 42. So this is a big difference. You stake here like 3.5 times more, but your pool weight is 4.2 times higher, which is good. You get rewarded for staking more amounts of tokens, right? Access to Play to Earn Gaming, which is the same as here. Early access to new games, better versions and expansions, same as here. Highest chance of free gaming NFT airdrops and the highest chance of free gaming token airdrops. Access to gaming NFT offerings with upgraded allocation, so you get more allocation here. With tokens, right, access to IGOs with upgraded allocation. Here you just get more money that you're able to put in, and you get a certain amount of tokens back for it. With the NFTs, obviously you can't get a portion of an NFT, you just get a whole one. So you either get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however much they're available. So here you just get a set amount of NFTs available, and here you get a smaller amount of NFTs available. And same thing, access to the IGO, first come, first serve. Then the last one, it kind of looks like there's more dots here, so there's more things, so you get something extra with the highest one. Let's see. Pool weight 70, access to Play to Earn Gaming, early access to new games, better versions and expansions, highest chance of free gaming NFT airdrops, highest chance of free gaming token airdrops, access to gaming NFT offerings with upgraded, again, same thing, access to IGOs with upgraded allocations, so that's the same. Access to IGO first come, first serve round, and then access to private deals for selected IGOs. All right, so when there's a private sale going on, you get access to it when you have the highest tier system. This all makes sense. I think this is a pretty fair distribution of what you get for what you put in. So this does seem like they've put it out in a logical way, at least for now, right? So we've already looked at this. Bootstrap your player base. Building great games takes time, inspiration, coordination, and focus on what you do best. Leave the rest to us. So this is, again, if you would want to launch your own project, then of course they can help you with certain things, but that's not what we are looking at. And they are run by Bluezilla. There's more projects that are either backed by Bluezilla, set up by Bluezilla, or being advised by Bluezilla. The whole Bluezilla ecosystem is, of course, doing very, very well. They all like the Velas VPad or the Velas pad that I made a video of the other day. Same thing, that is run by Bluezilla as well. They do very well with everything they launch. So that is something to look and to keep your eye on, right? Why is because it means that when they when they launch certain IDOs or IGOs and projects, we know that being backed by Bluezilla, we can expect pretty high results. All right, so then achievements unlocked. Oh, sorry, my bad. First thing first is this: the tokenomics, deflationary tokenomics, long-term survival of the blockchain space in many of projects building in it largely depends on the sustainability of their token distribution model. All right, so let's look at this. Token burn mechanism: 7% fee on the tokens sell orders, 2% is being burned, 5% is allocated to staking rewards, and early on staking fee for up to 25%. Does that mean that the whole amount gets burned? I'm not too sure. Here it says in between brackets 2% is burned and 5% as staking rewards. Here it doesn't say anything like that. So it probably is that up to 25% of the early on staking fee gets burned. Is that important? Yes. Why? Is because you don't only want to participate in the IDOs, IGOs, INOs, whatever. You also want to gain on the token that you're holding, right? So if you would get in here at 36.9 cents, what you want to know is that your token is going to increase. So you earn on the IGOs that you participate in, you earn from the staking reward, plus you earn from the actual token that is going up, right? And right now the market cap is sitting at 23.5 million, but fully diluted at 368. Now this just means that it's this price with all tokens that will be in going on in circulating supply, the total supply. Is this very important to look at? Well, not really, because we want to look at this. This is the amount of tokens that are actually in supply right now. But if tokens get burned, the amount of tokens in supply goes down, of course, means the price goes up. And that is something that we want. The higher the price eventually gets, the more money we earn. So the achievements unlocked, public price was 0.5 cents. So if you participated in the IDO of the Launchpad itself, obviously you did very, very well. Supply at listing was 31 million tokens. The maximum supply of tokens is 1 billion, and the market cap was pretty low. All right, so the tokenomics itself, how are the tokens distributed? Spread out. 12% goes to the team, 6% to the advisors, 50% liquidity, ecosystem 15%, and reserve 5%, which is all pretty normal, I guess. Staking 15%, private sale 20%, so that's a little bit on the higher side. But maybe the advisor or maybe the team is a little bit on the lower side. Sometimes you see the team gets like 20 to 25%. Public sale 11, airdrop 1. But if you combine the private sale, the advisors, and the team, those are the people that get all the tokens at the cheapest price all the way at the start, the earliest. Then 38%, I guess, is pretty average, pretty normal. It's good to look at. Why? Is because if they hold too many of the tokens, they kind of control the price too much. They either can hold it, which is a good thing then, I guess, because the price goes up. If they're not in supply, there's no sell orders there. But it also means that if the price goes up and they decide to sell a certain amount of their tokens, that the price goes down a little bit too much. Welcome to the future. Gamezone is the next project in the Bluezilla ecosystem, which we already said, which is awesome. So they've run a couple of different projects before: BSC Pad, Velas Pad, Ethereum Pad, a couple more projects like actual gamings that they help with and launch. They have one coming up very soon, which they, I think, launch on here as well. So that's awesome. That's exciting. You know that they're backed by professionals, and you know that the some of the IDOs, IGOs will be backed by them as well. All right, cool. Their incubator program, as the IDO space has experienced exponential growth, the number of new projects has exploded in this new landscape. A premium is being placed on the selecting and investing in only the best projects. All right, so via their incubator program, you have access to their legal department, expert tokenomics. This is, again, if you want to launch a project through them, which is here apply for the project incubation, which is not what we're looking at, right? Right, and then we look at the Launchpad itself. We will take a couple of the projects that they've launched and see how they performed and see what is coming up. Before we do this, let me quickly grab one of the Medium posts that they've made. Why? Is because just for everybody that hasn't kind of opened up their eyes yet about the whole crypto gaming space out there. As you all know, I'm a big fan of the crypto gaming space, the whole play to earn scene. I heavily invest in, especially that area, right? So for the people that don't really see the potential there yet, I opened up this article, which I thought was cool. Why is this is an article from a little while ago from them, but what we know is when we start looking at all the IGOs that are coming up and the results that have been of all these projects, why are they doing so well and why is there such a hype around them? Well, it's pretty simple. If there's one sector that stands to genuinely deliver the benefits of blockchain technology to the masses, it is blockchain gaming. Why? As one of the world's most popular pastimes, there are estimate of 3.2 billion video gamers worldwide. All right. Now that sounds like a whole lot because it is a whole lot. But then you put it into perspective, right? So I've grabbed this article here. You put in the perspective of the whole crypto scene itself, not just the crypto gaming, not the play to earn scene, but the actual crypto itself. And then you look at this, right? Cryptocurrency adoption is growing around the world. As a leading cryptocurrency payments company, we strive. So this is an article. This is not important. This is an article about this company itself, but this part is important. As of 2021, we estimate a global crypto ownership rates at an average of 3.9%. So 3.9% of the overall population of the world, with over 300 million crypto users worldwide and over 18,000 businesses that are accepting cryptocurrencies. So right now, there's 300 million people in the world using crypto in one way or another, right? Compare that to the 3.2 billion gamers that are out there. It means that only 1/10 of that is in crypto, and only a certain percentage of that is in crypto gaming. Not everybody participates in crypto gaming. You can imagine eventually when the doors open up for everybody, that when these 3.2 billion people get into the crypto gaming world, how much of a potential that unlocks for all the crypto gaming investors, for all the play to earn games, and just everything that is blockchain gaming related. Right, quickly sidetracked, I might make a video on this later on. If you're interested in more of the crypto gaming or all the other videos that I do, of course, I would really appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get updated on all the new projects coming up and all the new videos coming up as well. But cool, let's get into it. So Gamezone, their projects, we'll quickly go through a couple. This is the project coming up. So this is one that's run by Bluezilla as well. Looks awesome. So the name is Marvelous NFTs, which is of course related from Marvel itself. Now the cool thing is that they actually have the rights of all the real Marvel characters. So you see the Hulk, you see Iron Man, Captain America, Spider-Man, Thor. So they have all the real characters in there, which is of course awesome for all the people loving Marvel and people playing games like that. So that is a good indicator, I guess, for the potential of this game. Things are set up pretty well as well. We're not going to go through this game itself. I will be making a separate video on this game later on. But at least we know that the first new, so we don't really know when it is yet. I believe it is on like the 12th, 13th or 14th of January that they're going to launch things. But at least we know that the upcoming project has a lot of potential there, right? Then next up, what we want to do is look at the projects that have been. Let's pick out a couple. So we see World of Devish, Katana Inu. We see a lot of different ones here. MetaVPet, also one from Bluezilla. This is one that I reviewed a little bit in the Velas VPet video or the Velas Pet video. This one did, when I did the video a couple of days back, 340x. The record was above the 500x from the launch. So they have here in the previous IGOs at least one, or this is not an IGO, this is an IDO, at least one that did very, very well with the results, right? The 500x, now sitting at like the 300 to 340x. Same goes for this one, Valhalla. Valhalla did, I think it was 124x. Don't quote me on it, but I believe it did 124x. If you want to know, you should just watch the Velas video. I broke it down in there. But what we want to know is a couple of things. We want to see what a couple of these results did. So we'll pick the first one. Let's pick a couple. Polygon was the second one. Then we will go up a little bit to here. Let's not do MetaVerse because we already know the results. We'll do Ghost, Purse, and then one more. You guys pick one. Katana Inu. Right, let's not go for the private, but we'll go for the normal one, Katana Inu. So one thing we can quickly look at with Katana Inu is the price of it. So here we can see the price. Let me see. Here we go. Swap rate. 1 USD is 1,000 Katana. Alright, so that makes sense. Now, what I want to know is the price of the private sale cheaper, right? So $1 gives you 1,000 tokens there. Or here, this is Celestial Private for the people in the highest tier. Yeah, so you get 333.333. So difficult to pronounce 3. But you get obviously a lot more tokens there. You get 33.3% more tokens when you participate in the private sale that you get from the highest tier, which is good to know for us, right? Alright, cool. So what we do then is we pick a couple of these results and we compare it to the current price, right? So this is Polygon. Here we go. So $1, you get 16.6 tokens. We will leave this here. Polygon for the price of, let's see, 16.6. Let's round it up, 66 then. You get this amount of tokens. Then next up we have, let's just all go through them quickly one by one. We only have 3 to go. That's not that bad. So let's see. Ghost Purse, we have 1 cent. So $1 versus 100. So that's easy to remember. 1 cent for Ghost Purse. And then we have Katana Inu. Alright, so 0.1 cent, right? Katana Inu. Just to make sure you guys believe the results. 1 divided by 1,000 is 0.01. And then Ghost Purse has 1 divided by 100 is 1 cent, right? Alright, cool. Now next up, what we want to know is quickly how they performed. So Polygon current price is that correct what I said? Polygon? Yeah, Polygon. Current price sitting at 19.8 cents, close to 20 cents. So here current price is 0.198, which is an awesome result, right? So that's like a 3 point something X. Then we go for Ghost Purse. Ghost Purse. That's not Ghost Purse. There we go. Ghost Purse game. Right now sitting at 4 cents. So that has a 4x. Well, the cool thing with this is what I do like is obviously these results aren't that so Katana Inu. These results aren't like that much. Usually we want to look at, oh my god, this one did 100x, 200x, 500x or whatever. But these campaigns were, or these IGOs were one of the first that were launched on this project, so a couple of months back already. And usually, let's just pick this one as an example. What we'll see, there we go. You can see they always blow up at the start and then they slow down a little bit. If it's a good project, if it's gonna do well, this project itself, we can expect the price to go up. But it just takes time. They need to develop the game. They need to come up with new announcements, NFTs, token, like make the token useful, etc., etc. This one is, for example, doesn't even have the market cap in coin market cap yet, so there's a lot of development that still has to be done. So this chart can definitely go up, but it's going to take us a very long time. So what we want to know is, even 2 or 3 months later, are we still in profit or a good amount of profit from the start, yes or no? Then there's obviously a certain amount of vesting. So the first tokens being released at the start, people were having a lot better results than the results that we look at now. So 2 zeros and then 3 9, 0.2 zeros and then 3 9. All right, yeah, which is rounded off. Let's add one number. All right, cool. So this, I guess, makes all sense for us, right? But we calculate it like this. This is the exact ROI that we get. A 4x. Oh, sorry. And there we go. So we have a 3.3, we have a 4 and a 3.9x on these results that have been a little bit longer. And then there's a couple of them that, for example, MetaVerse that did like 500x at the peak, that's sitting at 300 now, and the other one doing like 100x roughly. So that's good information. That's something good for us to know that we can expect, at least from the previous results, if that's what we're gauging this on, we can expect good results from upcoming projects as well. We did see that there's only one sitting in there now, so maybe we want to kind of see more projects being announced all at once. There's other launchpads out there, let's say C5, for example, they always have like 3, 4, 5, 6 upcoming ones already, and here there's only one upcoming, but that's not that big of a deal if the results are there consistently. Lastly, we quickly look at the staking. This is the checkpoints. This is the everything you need to go through. You need to connect your MetaMask. You need to have your tokens ready. You need to have BNB is required to pay transaction fees. All right, cool. Well, usually the BNB transaction fee is almost nothing. And then you're eligible to stake after that. Is there a certain period? Doesn't look like it, or maybe I can't see. Here we go. Warning, you may be subject to a fee if you wish to unstake and withdraw your tokens early. So less than 2 weeks early is 25% fee, less than 4 weeks early is 15%, 8 weeks 10%, less than 8 weeks 8%, and 8 weeks or more, no. Alright, cool. And how long do we need to stake it for then? We don't know. We have staked for 0.05, fees will be deducted from you. So I'm not too sure how long we do need to stake it for. It doesn't say it here. You do get an APY of 17.8%, which is good, so you do get a certain amount of money, like interest from holding the tokens. What we can know, alright, well, hold up, we do know. If you stake it now and then you unstake it again in less than 2 weeks, this is your fee. If you have staked it for 8 weeks, then you don't get a fee. We can assume, if we look at the market overall and what people on average do, they don't hold it for 8 weeks. Usually they don't. So let's say that most people would unstake it somewhere here, so they do always get a fee from like 5 to 15% somewhere. Sometimes, of course, if things go well and you don't need the money, then yeah, I wouldn't go for a fee. I would just take it for 8 weeks or more. Overall, awesome Launchpad. I think it has a lot to offer, not just with the IGOs that is launching, but also the free NFT drops and the free token drops. It kind of gives a little bit more dynamics to the Launchpad of the Gamezone itself. Overall, please let me know in the comments below if you do participate in Gamezone, if you like the Launchpad, and more than that, if you have other Launchpads that you're participating in yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get updated on the next upcoming videos, I would really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.